Dear Jonas family members, how are you? I hope you're doing well. My name is Zhou Zhonghan. Call me Dr. Zhou. Today, our topic is the golden armor, the magic of turmeric. I guess many of you should have heard about turmeric. You may have heard about it, but maybe you do not know yet how to fully leverage its benefits. Turmeric, you may worry about whether there are side effects, what exactly are the benefits or advantages. So there are different forms of extracts from ginger. So how different are they? How beneficial are they? So let us compare ginger and turmeric and curcumin. So actually, if you have a slice of these plants, of these roots, let me explain to you. Ginger, actually, as you might use it as a spice in cooking, is like, for example, when we have soup, fish soup, you can add some ginger slices, so it tastes a bit spicy, but the fragrance is amazing. So, however, we have to be careful that ginger will overtake the stage, meaning that if you cook with the fish, very often you can still taste the fish, but it will smell really gingerly. And secondly, if you look at Curcuma longa, that's the Latin name, curcuma. So in curcuma, it's pretty much the same family of ginger, but they are different. Ginger, for example, when you might have heard that if you're feeling like you're about to get a cold, people would say, okay, why not get a ginger tea? When we're making ginger tea, we use ginger, not curcumin. However, just don't mix it up with curcumin. Ginger, when it's made with soup, or you can have hot tea with ginger, then it's really good to cure colds. And for curcumin, actually, it has powerful anti-oxidation effects, meaning that it's anti-inflammatory, and it can improve the function of our heart and veins. As I said, it's anti-inflammatory. It's very helpful to protect our veins. And also, it can take away the toxin in the lipids. So it can carry away these toxins all the way to liver or the organs where we can remove those toxins. So curcumin actually is different from ginger, but actually the scope and the health benefits are much wider or much more interesting than ginger. And speaking about anti-inflammatory, as you know, any inflammatory signs in the body is, mostly you feel pain at the area. For example, there could be inflammation in your joints or rheumatism. For example, some old people, when the seasons change, they will feel pain at the joints or rheumatism. And then if you use curcumin, actually it can very much improve the symptoms. And also, when it comes to too much fat in the organ or in the blood, we need to accelerate our metabolism to remove this excessive fat. However, very often in the body or these organs, you can say it's too lazy. So we have to activate, we have to drive this metabolism so that the body will remove or expel those lipids. And speaking of metabolism, it's very often that people will think about weight control. It's like if you can accelerate your metabolism, meaning that you can remove the excessive unneeded fat or toxins out of the body, and meaning it will be slimmer. You are losing weight. And that is one benefit of curcumin. And also, if you look at how it helps improve the brain function, I would say it's a really good memory enhancer. And also, it's been proven that curcumin can delay the dementia symptoms. And it can penetrate blood-brain barrier. And as it penetrates the barrier, it enters the brain cell, and there will be beta starch. You can say that's one of the ingredient, something that has been identified as a toxin that leads to Alzheimer's. So curcumin can metabolize this ingredient in the brain cell, meaning that it can actually reduce the risks of getting Alzheimer's. That's why you might have heard people say eating curry or spicy food is helpful to prevent dementia. That's true because curcumin is a common ingredient in Indian curry, and it's been clinically proven that curcumin is helpful in delaying the occurrence of dementia or Alzheimer's. And it's true that in India, it's been proven that Indian people have less percentage of dementia cases if compared to European or American countries. And you can say, for example, the Indian people, they are very good at math. They have good logics. And I think that might have something to do with their diet, which is full of curcumin. So in addition to brain function management, actually, curcumin is also a mind reliever. Sometimes you may feel anxious or stressful under work, but with curcumin, there's a dopamine. So with dopamine and serotonin, these two ingredients can be promoted. The synthesis of dopamine and serotonin can be promoted by curcumin. So that's why curcumin is helpful in releasing tension. And for skincare, actually, like I said, since it's helpful in removing the toxin from the body, of course, your skin will be brighter and with less blemish. And also curcumin, there's a special function which is really beneficial to the respiration, especially during the pandemic period. I mean, now COVID-19, we are protecting our breath, and people might feel anxiety when they're breathing. So curcumin is very helpful. It helps to enhance respiratory health. And like I mentioned, in modern life, a lot of people suffer from excessive stress. And what might happen is that your stomach, your gut will suffer. So I would use curcumin to support these patients who are suffering from stressful stomach pain or gut pain or intestine pain. With curcumin or turmeric, actually, our stomach can be more healthy and stronger because the stomach barrier, the stomach, it will get thicker, so it's more protected. So clinically speaking, as Chinese medicine, how do we use curcumin? Curcumin is a warm ingredient according to the qi or wuxing in Chinese medicine. So it's very useful for pain during menstrual period. So speaking of menstrual pain, that means in the uterus, it was too thick. It was getting thick during menstrual period. And if you have turmeric or curcumin during the menstrual period, it gives more flexibility to your uterus, so you feel less pain. And sometimes people love cold food. Cold means cold salad or ice. And for example, if you very often eat salad for lunch, it's very cold, according to Chinese medicine, and that will be reflected in how painful you feel during menstrual period. That's one possibility. With turmeric, curcumin, like I said, it can promote the synthesis of dopamine and messenger ingredient, messenger protein. Of course, it can calm down our spirit. Calm down the anxiety. Last but not least, I think everyone must have heard of how turmeric is helpful to weight control. It helps you to lose weight, so to speak. That's because curcumin can improve blood circulation. Once the circulation is improved, you feel warmer at the extremity of your hands and legs, and of course, they burn more calorie, and you lose weight. And like I said, it's anti-inflammatory. It's really improving our metabolism in the body. So these are all the benefits of curcumin. But of course, you're not going to eat curcumin every day. And what might happen if you take too much curcumin? I recommend adding curcumin in our daily diet. For example, sometimes you have green juice. In Chinese medicine, it's really cold because it's all fresh and raw, uncooked food. So you can add some turmeric powder. If you have too much green juice, sometimes you will feel that your skin is yellower, or you might feel that there are more your body you will. Or actually, with cinnamon, turmeric works perfect with cinnamon. And also, turmeric goes perfect with wolfberry. So turmeric curcumin is very good in adjusting our stomach or digestion. And for wolfberry, it actually warms up our guts. And also, it adds sweet flavor to the taste. So if you do not like the smell of curcumin, you can add some wolfberry. It's wonderful. And actually, curcumin is hydrosoluble, and most of the time, it's not soluble in water. It's only soluble in lipids. For example, if you want to cook turmeric rice, you have to add some, for example, olive oil. Otherwise, the curcumin cannot be kept in the rice. And like I said, curcumin is helpful to decrease blood fat. And for example, you can have curcumin mixed up with kelp and wolfberry, and that will make a wonderful dish, and it's really healthy. Curcumin is liposoluble, so it's wonderful to use curcumin because it can lower the fat in the blood and also the acid in the blood. So these are 3 wonderful recipes for you to try. And there are some tips in using curcumin. For an adult, I would say no more than 200 milligrams a day. Even though it's good supplement, but when you have excessive amount, it will become toxic. For example, you might feel there are some pain, or you see some blemish on the skin. And for example, inside your mouth, there will be broken skin. That means you have too much curcumin. And curcumin it means fire. I mean, it will light up the fire in your body. So if you use or have too much curcumin, there might be many blemish or redness in your face. And also constipation. If you take too much curcumin, too little water, of course there will be constipation. And once I read in a report, people will use curcumin with black pepper because black pepper can increase the utilization rate of curcumin as much as 20 times. So for those who have because it's really a hot ingredient in Chinese medicine, you have to be careful. If you have hemorrhoid, be careful, especially because in Chinese medicine we pay special attention to the temperature of all kinds of food. So because different ingredients, they have different function and your body will have different reaction. So curcumin is really hot. So you have too much curcumin, it's going to worsen your hemorrhoid. And people also say curcumin, since it's yellow, and actually it can be used to dye. I mean, it's really colorful. People are worried that if you take too much curcumin, does it mean your skin will be more yellow? It's like when you have too much carrots, you can tell that your skin become more yellowish. And in Chinese medicine, we have different ingredients. In the names of these ingredients, they are yellow, but it doesn't really mean the yellowness will stay forever. It's like your metabolism will get away with the pigmentation or the influence. So, for example, if you have a lot of carrots or a lot of curcumin, but after a while you still see the yellowness in your face, that means maybe your liver or your metabolism has some problem. You will have to have a body check, a health check in the hospital. So also people will ask, during your menstrual period, is it okay to take curcumin? Well, I would say no problem. Curcumin is effective to premenstrual syndrome. So during menstrual period, when you have curcumin, actually it will make your menstrual secretion more smooth. However, you have to pay attention to the amount of curcumin you take every day. For example, if you are preparing for pregnancy, you have to be careful with curcumin because, like I said, in Chinese medicine, it's a hot ingredient. So if you have too much curcumin, there might be more contraction of the uterus. And as I have emphasized, it's really lighting up the fire in your body. For example, nowadays, a lot of people love fried food or grilled food. These type of cooking are also very hot in Chinese medicine. And of course, we love this gourmet, but if they are hot to the body, meaning that your body will get inflammation, then of course we're not going to enjoy too much. And I would say when you want to, for example, you have a barbecue, really want to enjoy the barbecue, you can have this CuniQue drink. And that's a perfect supplement to barbecue party if you want to enjoy the meat and you don't want the heat in your body. And like I explained, the powder form of curcumin or turmeric, well, it's quite common in the market. However, I would say there might be some bacteria in this turmeric powder if you're not careful. So how to tell whether you have this aflatoxin or the bacteria in the curcumin. It could be aflatoxin or cherotoxin. So, for example, if you feel dry in the mouth, that means it's too hot to your mouth. And in Jeunesse, in this CuniQue, we have this liposome technology so that these bigger molecules can be saved in smaller parts. So we break down the big chunk of molecules into small parts, and these small parts are protected by the liposome technology, CuniQue. That way, it can be easily absorbed by our body. So this liposome technology is hydrosoluble, whereas curcumin is liposoluble. So that means it can be absorbed by the body 100%. And even if you take a large amount of curcumin, but if it's not in the right packaging or if it's not properly protected, your body is not going to absorb it. So for example, with the liposome technology, we have nano-sized, really small particle of the curcumin, and it becomes hydrosoluble thanks to the liposome technology. So your body can perfectly take all these nutritional benefits from curcumin. So as you can see, this is a experiment. We are looking at the solubility, the hydrosolubility of CuniQue. So on the right-hand side, that's solubilized ingredient. And as you know, 70% of our body is made of water. So you can see in different forms, whether it's hydrosoluble or not, you can tell whether the ingredient is well absorbed in the experiment. So speaking of absorption, if compared with other brands, other formula, that's why when we have CuniQue, actually it's really easy to absorb the curcumin benefits, and it's really beneficial to the body. And like I said, BioPerine, an extract from black pepper, it's a perfect companion to curcumin. That's why very often when you're cooking, it's highly recommended that these two, black pepper and curcumin, should go hand in hand. And the black pepper can improve the absorption of curcumin. So with BioPerine, and a black pepper extract can improve the absorption of curcumin by as much as 200 times. So that's really a key to good absorption of curcumin. And of course, you can have curcumin as a dressing for fruit. For example, it goes perfectly with passion fruit or guava. And in Chinese medicine, we have yang ingredients and also yin ingredients, and we are striving for a balance. So black pepper and curcumin, these are warm ingredients, and if you have too much of them, of course, you feel heated and you will suffer from inflammatory symptoms in your body. So it will be great if you can have, say, a fruit punch for the black pepper extract and curcumin. They go perfect together, taste-wise or medicine-wise. In CuniQue, we have pure fruit juice and no added sugar. And very often when people say they drink juice, if they have sugar in the fruit juice, actually it's not helpful at all. And in CuniQue, we pay extra attention to the sweetness of the formula. So in CuniQue, we have all the wonderful benefits of curcumin, black pepper, and also fresh fruit. So you can take CuniQue as the base and it goes perfectly with Reserve and many other Yes system in members. So if you use CuniQue and Reserve, then you can have double or even triple or quadruple repair effect in the body. And CuniQue can also improve metabolism. So if you are managing your weight, losing weight, actually it's like an accelerator to your metabolism, so that your body is more driven and you can consume more energy. And we can use CuniQue with our mind. Like I said, CuniQue can improve your memory and prevent dementia. So it's really perfect partner with mind. So for mind, with CuniQue, we can double the circulation, the blood circulation in the brain. So they are really perfect partner. And it goes very well with NPM as well. It's going to improve the quality of sleep. When you sleep well, of course, you will be more energetic during the day. And if you want to repair DNA with NPM, of course, when you can sleep better, you can have more repair of your DNA during the night. So with all these Yes system products, CuniQue is a wonderful accelerator. So here we have collagen in Nara. Also, like I said, there is skincare benefit. So that means it can boost the Nara effect. This curcumin, one key ingredient in CuniQue, is such a popular nutrient nowadays. And I think this is really a golden armor for everyone, because it goes perfect with almost all Yes system.